The ruggedized texture of weathered surfaces, once new and smooth, now tell tales of adventures once lived. Each scar, each mark, a badge of honor earned on paths few dare to tread. The crossroads loom ahead, where pride in the past conquests meets the allure of untouched terrain. For every dent etched by a rock's embrace or branch's caress, there's a story woven into the fabric of time. These marks, like scars on a warrior's skin, speak of challenges faced and obstacles overcome. They remind us of the thrill of the unknown, the exhilaration of pushing boundaries, and the beauty of embracing the wild. Yet, at the same crossroads lies the temptation of new beginnings. Virgin materials beckon untouched by the fading sun or pinstriped embrace of forest trails. They offer the promise of a pristine canvas ready to be painted with the colors of undiscovered landscapes. It's a dichotomy of sentiment, a tug of war between nostalgia for the past and anticipation for the future. Do we cling to the familiar, cherishing every scar as a cherished memory, or do we embrace the unknown, trading weather textures for the pristine allure of untouched surfaces? In the end, perhaps, it's not about choosing one path over the other, but about finding balance between the two. To honor the adventures of the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. We're in the crossroads of life where weathered textures meet untouched materials lies the essence of journey, the intersection of memory and possibility. Welcome to Dylan's Garage. Now I'll put the script down and speak a little more candidly, which is unusual for me because I pre-write every voiceover for the videos I make on this channel, and you could probably tell that actually if you've been watching my videos for a while. But I'm speaking from the heart this time, because when Andrew reached out and said he wanted to send me a grill and has an inspiring story and is clearly passionate about Toyotas and the industry and helping further the development of products for even older vehicles, I think that's super awesome, and I'm even more stoked to help someone and help push their name because they deserve it. And not just grills, he does all kinds of stuff. I saw he's got some window felts for Sequoias. He's working on pretty awesome fog lights, and he also just released these shift knobs. And so when I saw that, I'm like, hey man, I would love one of those shift knobs. He sent me one of those too, and it's kind of those some of those things where maybe you don't like need it, but it kind of helps keep our vehicles new. At least it keeps me from wanting to like go out and buy a new vehicle. Not that I could afford one anyway, but it's a way to make our older vehicles more ours, more custom. You know, when you replace something that's a little broken, like my cracked shift knob, it gives it some new life, new energy in the vehicle. And when you're driving, it's just like, it helps make things feel special again. Quick note, these little tabs that you see me installing, you actually don't need those. They're probably gonna break off when you try to install it back again, but just leave them off because they actually just kind of get in the way of the mounting bracket. I did have a hard time with a couple of the mounting studs, but I ended up just skipping those because even missing two of the studs, one on each side, this whole grill install was way stronger than my grill before that was wobbly and broken and really having a hard time. So I'm perfectly happy with how this install went, and I feel really good about it. I don't know if maybe Andrew didn't used to include some of the mounting studs, but in his video he says to save the studs, which I think is a good idea, but new mounting studs did come in my kit, so it may not be so important to save the old ones, but maybe a good idea too anyway. Grill is something I've been wanting for a long time, and I was actually in the process of trying to figure out which one I wanted when he reached out, so it's perfect timing. And how cool he is really helps solidify that even if he wasn't sending it to me, this is the one I would want. Something he does different is he includes those marker lights and the harness, which is super cool because he's clearly not trying to simply upsell you on every single thing. He did tell me that he doesn't really need an install video, and if you've been watching my channel at all, you know I'm really big on installs. I like showing people how to do things. I love DIY projects and modifications. So if you're looking for a dedicated how-to install video, check out Garret Logan's install or 4Runner Custom's install. Between the two, you'll have all the information you need. I did a couple things a little different. Because I have the Hook Road Tacoma front bumper, I had to trim the corners of my grill. When I was running my wire harness, I ran it through the top of my hood which was a cleaner install, but I used up a little extra wire length, so I had to extend my wires instead of just use simply what was already there. If you run it different than me, you could probably do it a little more efficiently and not have to extend your wires. This is just the way I did it. You can easily run the marker light harness to an ignition switched fuse with the fuse tab in the cab, but I have a fuse box that I set up that's dedicated just for ignition sources. So I've got that hooked up to one of those ignition fuses, and now anything like my lights, my marker lights, anything that I need on with ignition all runs through this little fuse box. While this wasn't a dedicated how-to video, please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the install. I'm always happy to help. That's what I'm here for. If you're looking for a dedicated how-to install video, please, like I said before, go check out Garret Logan's channel or Trail Runner Customs directly. Thank you again, Andrew, for sending me this grill. It's super awesome. I'm proud of what you're doing for the Toyota and off-road community. We need more people like you. Keep it up. Thank you all so much for watching. See you on the next one.